Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live Nodding. Previously, I made a video about how you can make procedural bento box, and it was slightly complicated. Yes, indeed, we're gonna make something that's much simpler with just a couple of nodes. So I just found out about this yesterday. So let's have a look how we can actually make a simpler bento box. We start with something like a plane, and we're gonna output as viewer bmesh right away. And the secret is just to simply use extrude edge mk2. Okay, and you plug in the edges and you output the face. And you actually need the matrices. This is actually for the normal of the edge extrusion. Alright, so it's looking something like a wall. You can adjust the X and Y. You can center it, and you have a lot of other options there. But it's not quite exactly a box or a bento box, right? You can extrude it up. Well, that's fine, but we actually need something. One more thing is the polygon. If you plug into the face, you get the floor. All right, that's cool, right? We can actually just use solidify, and we have a box, right? Nothing too special. However, let's quickly save this as advanced bento. So I call it more advanced, but it's actually much simpler. Oftentimes this happens. You want the divisions to make this bento box, and for the divisions you actually just need to increase the number of vertices, right? So that's kind of done, right? If you subdivide, however, you might notice if you use something like bevel, so the result is quite ugly. What do we miss here? Maybe we need to fuse it or something. Luckily, with Blender 2.82 and up, you actually have simple and complex mode. With a complex mode, you can see if you play around with the thickness, it's actually maintained a much better topology. Right, so we actually have our bento creations, which is pretty cool and easy to use as well. So you can make anything with any kind of thickness, and yeah, it's pretty cool. You can smooth it if you select this output and smooth shade, calculate normal, things like that. Adjust the thickness. All right, that's cool. That's one example. What else can we do with this guy? We can actually use something like diamond mesh. I'm gonna show you. If we just use the edges, we're gonna have oh, sorry, diamond mesh should be giving the edges, or we need the polygon. Oh, okay. If we plug in the face, we actually have the floor, so we can have this. So that's cool as well. But I want to show you that we can have this. This is kind of cool. This is actually normally not easy to make. However, we have now a way to create something like this, kind of like a, not a railing, kind of like a something to cover your window with. So that's two. What else can we do? We can of course use, instead of using plane, we can use the hexagon. So we have polygon grid and pentagon tiler. Which one do you like? Try this first. Okay. This polygon face. That's looking pretty interesting. Might need to adjust the bevel offset. or maybe with the thickness. Let me check. So we actually have a couple of options here. Yeah, something like that. It looks quite fancy in terms of design. This can be kind of like a design for book rack, for example. Well, it's giving slightly ugliness there. Ah, okay. I was using the other one. Okay. There we go. That's much better, much cleaner. We have a couple of options. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. On top of that, you also have the other hexagon, which will create familiar shapes. Something like that. You can adjust further. You can always play around with the thickness, of course. We've done that. Bevel and smooth. You can smooth this. So it's looking quite nice. Let's turn on our matte cat. You can use triangle, hexagon, rectangle, right? That's useful. Design. Yeah, so a lot of variations that you can do, really just playing around with all these options. Okay, you look quite funny now. That's actually nice, almost like a bamboo. And all of this looking pretty nice and clean. So yeah, that's basically it. There is another way that you need to know. You can actually turn on and off the rim. So only rim will give you that, and that can be becoming like a cover or something So if you want that, if we get rid of the bevel, if we just keep look at that, that's quite a nice design as well. Keep only the rim and then solidify. So we have that. You can subdivide it then. Something like that. Just a couple of ideas. I quite like this actually. Really nice design. Scale it. I want to have played like that. I think it's kind of neat. It's very modern and traditional at the same time. Alright, so yeah, that's just a couple of examples. A very simple example. Simple setup using nodes, just a couple of nodes. Use it with this new Solidify complex and play around with those. And all this extruding simple bento box is slightly complicated. Yeah, that's actually a different problem, but now we actually have the simplest method, which is this one over here. All right, so hopefully you find this useful. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.